Hi, everybody. Meteorologist Joe Chaffee here. Weather in 5 days in 5 minutes, brought to you by Wholesale Holiday Lighting by Giannini at 162 Ocean Avenue in Lindenhurst, your complete holiday lighting specialist. And by the way, it's not just Christmas. They are also big on Halloween. So check out their Halloween product line and they'll meet all your decorating needs. Or if you want to do this as a business, give them a call, 631-957-5106, liholidaylighting.com. And Omni True Value Hardware at 1226 North Wellwood Avenue in West Babylon, 631-756-1125 for the best prices in town. And the website is omnitruevalue.com. They've got everything you need to get your yard in tip-top shape for the spring. And speaking of spring, happy St. Patrick's Day. Just to get you going here on this 17th of March, we have, unfortunately, what may turn out to be a rather vicious, severe weather day in the southern part of the United States. Just take a look at this. You don't have SPC, the Storm Prediction Center, putting up a high risk of severe weather too often, but indeed they have gone to the high risk for parts of central Mississippi and northeastern Louisiana. And we have also corresponding moderate risks, enhanced risk, and slight risk covering a number of states. So we're basically talking about a widespread regional outbreak of severe weather and a fairly high likelihood of a chance for tornadoes, a 30% chance in that high risk zone and a very large area of a 15% chance. And that means, by the way, that the probability of seeing a tornado within 25 miles of any point inside that zone, and there's a 10% or greater probability of a EF2 to an EF5 tornado within 25 miles of any point in that zone. So this is nothing to laugh at here, folks. This is a very, very serious outbreak indeed, and a 30% or higher probability of hail. For tomorrow, Thursday, this shifts to the East Coast, and we also see here that SPC has upgraded this to a moderate risk now of severe weather for eastern and southeastern Georgia, much of South Carolina into North Carolina with that moderate risk, and also the enhanced risk that extends up into southern Virginia. The marginal risk makes it all the way up into southern Delaware. And here, too, we have a 15% probability of a tornado within 25 miles of any point inside that hatched zone. So, again, this is going to be pretty serious stuff here. And, of course, for us, the situation is going to be rain for the most part. And, in fact, we have not seen a solid soaking rain here or any kind of substantial precipitation since the latter part of February. So it's been over 3 weeks. And we are going to probably wind up seeing the potential for an inch and a half or more of precip. WPC, the Weather Prediction Center, showing much of southern New England, across Long Island, New Jersey, eastern, southeastern, south central Pennsylvania, Maryland, all in that 1.5 inch or higher zone. And that's also being reflected in the local forecast amounts here, where we're talking about an inch and a half to an inch and 3/4 from northeast Virginia, clear on up to southern New England and all the way back into eastern Pennsylvania. And you see the amounts do tail off somewhat as you start to move up further north into upstate New York and into northern New England. But the bottom line is we have been bone dry. So this is a much needed and deserved soaking rain, which will come for tomorrow night into Friday. Now let's watch the GFS today. We have no real issues today other than that we'll probably have clouds around for much of the day. We do have a bit of an ocean flow. And of course, as the system from overnight, which was weak, pulls away, here comes the next one. And you can see how bullish the GFS is with severe weather developing across the south. You have low pressure in southern Missouri that is moving eastward. And the rain will arrive probably in areas in Maryland, Delaware, southern Pennsylvania, southern New Jersey by daybreak tomorrow or shortly before daybreak tomorrow. And then it's everywhere by tomorrow afternoon, 2 o'clock. The low moving into West Virginia. And that low is going to eventually just sort of redevelop in eastern Virginia and move out to our south. Colder air is coming down from the north. There will probably be a changeover to snow in northern Pennsylvania and across parts of upstate New York, mainly north of Route 84 is my feeling, and then also into northern Connecticut and into Massachusetts. You see how the model just kind of weakens all of this. By the time we get to Friday morning, there isn't a whole lot of precip. One area is going out to the east, another area is getting left back in Pennsylvania. The bottom line here is that I think there's a chance that some areas, if you draw a line from, say, New York City to Philadelphia and go west and north of there, there's a chance that there could be a slushy coating to maybe an inch or so of accumulation. I just really don't see this as turning out to be much of anything. And then once this system goes by, it'll be chilly and dry for the rest of Friday, or drying out for the rest of Friday, a dry, chilly Saturday. And then we're going to start warming things up on Sunday as the high moves out to the east and we run out of cold air. And it looks like next week we'll have, well, let's call them spring-like conditions. The one thing I'm a little concerned about is the fact that if you notice here, we have our isobars coming out from the east. And that means we could see, a bit of an onshore flow here. Whether that means just the wind, which will hold temperatures down, or if it means more than that and clouds. You see that low off the southeast coast is weak. Sometimes you can get into situations here where you're dealing with gloom and doom for days and days, but you're just going to have to watch that onshore flow and see what the consequences are with regards to that. And just a real quick look here on the satellite. This is as of 6 a.m. You can see this rotation here of the upper low coming out of the central Rockies and into the western plains. Very, very vigorous upper air storm. The difference between this and the Sunday Rocky storm is that this system is not weakening as it moves eastward. It's actually strengthening, and we're already seeing the blow-ups of thunderstorms that occurred overnight in parts of Texas and in Oklahoma and in points northeast. And of course, that's all going to shift eastward today in that moderate to high risk zone. And this is the U.S. radar as of 6 a.m. And you see those strong thunderstorms in north central Texas and moving eastward and back up through parts of Oklahoma. So this is the catalyst here for the severe weather that we're going to see across the southern states and what could turn out to be a serious severe weather outbreak. Weather in 5 brought to you by Omni True Value Hardware, 1226 North Wellwood Avenue in West Babylon, 631-756-1125. Everything you need to get your yard in tip-top shape for the spring. OmniTrueValue.com is the website. And Wholesale Holiday Lighting by Giannini at 162 Ocean Avenue in Lindenhurst, 631-957-5106. LIHolidaylighting.com is their website. You can check out their Halloween line, their Christmas line, and yes, they even have a St. Patrick's Day line. So maybe next year you might want to decorate for St. Patrick's Day. Give them a call, or if you want to do this as a business, at 631-957-5106. The Joe and Joe Show tonight at 7:30 Eastern Time. We'll be going hot and heavy with that severe weather outbreak. And also, of course, we're going to take a look at our weather here across the Northeast and Mid-Atlantic states. And from there, we'll run you through the weekend. And also, we'll take a nice look at the long range. So have a good day and stay safe. Just give you one last look here of the satellite, the impressive satellite loop, and the radar that follows. We'll see you later.